Okay. Who else is this one? Shivamak? What's the name? No, who's getting? Shivamak. So I believe you guys have a fair idea why I'm here. Right? So this training is specifically for the first contact that you make to a candidate. Okay? If you take a look at the handout given to you, so these are the 7 questions that you are expected, and it's a mandate that you will need to ask on your first call that you make to a candidate. If you have something else to ask, that needs to be beyond these 7 questions. Okay? Which means you cannot fill in some other questions by replacing the questions out of these 7. Sounds good? Come again. Okay. Come again. Should be please repeat. Yes. Okay. Sure. The 7 questions need to be asked on every first contact that you make with the candidate. By any chance, you cannot skip any question that is mentioned in the sheet. You can add on more questions, but you cannot skip any questions out of this handout. Are we clear? Okay. Introduction of self, personal greeting. Ashit, give me an example.
Hi Ronald, my name is Rashid and I'm calling from Sept International. How are you?
Okay. Before that, are we also asking about may I talk to the person's name?
Can I see
Not can I, may I? Because can I is a question of ability, may I is a kind of permission. Okay, so may I talk to Ronald? Please continue.
Hi, my name is Rashid and I'm calling from Sept International. How are you, Ronald?
So, after select from international, what are we supposed to ask? What are we supposed to say? Who is on that question? Okay, so may I talk to Harshit Rahman? Okay, hi, my name is Ronald. I'm calling from Select Source International. It's a recruitment firm. Done with my introduction? Okay. If I get the client's name, I also introduce the client's nature of work. Done? Second point. Anu. Please read.
Are you looking for a new opportunity?
So, till now we have been asking, are you looking for a job or a job change? Okay. But now it's recommended that you ask this question because when you say, are you looking for a job, are for those people who do not have a job, and are you looking for a job change, are for those people who have a job but still looking for a change. Okay. The idea is to streamline the number of questions that our recruiters use on calls. So what happens is right now, we do not know the set of questions that we need to initially ask. So what happens is whatever comes to your mind, we ask those questions, and at times we miss on certain questions, we call them again. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a set of questions on every call that you make, so that you guys do not miss on the questions that you need to ask. And within a week or 2 weeks, we can guarantee that if you follow this, and along with this, we have a follow-up session as well, in which we will try to give you a handout for the second call that you make to the candidate. Okay, and we'll also mention what are the things that you can ask on the second call. Okay, so just please ensure that you ask these questions on your first call. There is no exception that you will be allowed to miss on any of these questions. Okay. Third question. Remember, please read.
How much are you looking for pay?
Okay. How much are you looking for a pay rate? You can ask the same question in a different way. What would that be?
How much pay rate are you looking for?
How much pay rate
You are looking for.
you are looking for? Are you looking for?
You are looking for. Are you looking for?
No, it's not. You are looking for is a kind of statement. Are you is a question. Okay.
Or you can simply ask may I expected pay rate or.
Okay, I will also ask you to add on another word to it. May I ask or may I know your expected hourly pay rate? the pay rate, he can give you the monthly pay rate. At times, the candidate gives you the entire year, 75K.
Those who are working on full-time, so they just give the complete card.
Exactly, that's the reason. So in that case, what happens is actually you will have to ask the question again. When I'm talking about the hourly pay rate and not the monthly. So why to ask two questions when you can simply make it in one? May I know your expected hourly pay rate? If you cannot understand, if you want to take a note of it, you're most welcome to take a note of it. May I know your expected hourly pay rate? Okay, remember, right on the sheet itself. Guys, please mention your name on these sheets. Expected hourly pay rate. Okay. The next question is, can you commute to the commute? Can you commit to the commute? What does it mean? Shubham, please tell me.
Yes, that he or she will be comfortable to commute.
Okay. The word commit here is used for a kind of confirmation which we need to take from the candidate. Okay. It's good for us that we take the confirmation verbally, is because if there is any possibility of false startup due to committing to work regularly, it will not come on our head because we have already taken a confirmation. Okay. Commit to commute. If you are able to use the word commute, it's okay. Or you can say, can you commit to commute to the work location? Or you can simply say that, can you commute to the work location on your own? You can.
The candidate already mentioned like the location,
Within 30 miles of
it's
the
a
location.
it's a necessary question. Like,
Exchange.
if the candidate mentioned like within a 30 miles he is located, then it's a confusing.
Okay, going back to what you said, I'm not saying the point is invalid, but going back to what I said, that out of these 7 questions that have been created is because we have gone through certain calls and we found that these are 7 questions that we need to ask. So we might feel that it's invalid, but then it is still recommended for you to ask.
Yes, it's valid because there are some locations where the distance of 30 miles cannot be covered within an hour.
Exactly, due to traffic or maybe any other.
Because of periodic rush, there are a lot of many.
Exactly. So adding on to what I said, this has been created by us because we listen to all sort of calls. For example, Dharmendra, you might be only listening to job calls because you say it on the call and you think it's not necessary. I'm not saying the point is invalid. But when we listen to the calls of the entire funnel. And we got to know about the challenges one has been seen by himself. Right? So there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of confusions. So as I said, that we as a recruiter, we have so many questions to ask that we cannot figure out that what we need to ask for the first call or what did we miss on. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make your job easy. So that if you know that this is my first call and these are the things that I need to ask, you will not tend to forget. Otherwise, your scoring will not be marked down. Right? Secondly, when you're making calls, okay, maybe as an evaluator or a auditor, I pick uninstalled. Any random call. So Anil's call that I picked was his 4th call to the same candidate. But how do I get to know? Because he never says 4th call to the candidate at the beginning of this call, right? So if I compare it, so if I have a set of questions for different number of calls, the moment I will hear Anil talking about these 7 points, I will know for sure this is the first call that he made to the candidate. If Anil is not mentioning these 7 points, it means that Anil has already called the candidate in the past and he has already spoken about this because we have told you clearly that these are the 7 questions that you need to mandatorily ask on the first call. So, I or any auditor will not mark you down unnecessarily. We will not question why did you ask these questions. You did not ask because you have made the 4th call. And that's how we got to know. Right? This happens, there is a confusion. At least we wake up. No, you don't want to wake up. Say, no sir, I'm awake. Okay. Introduction to job title, contracting with clients. Shubham, sorry, Sudeep, please read.
Introduce job title, contact client and client.
How will you say the same thing to the candidate on the call? As if you're talking to a candidate. So tell me.
Like this position is for project manager. and it's a 12 months contractual project with the client Excel Energy.
Okay. So this project is for
Project manager.
project manager. What is the second sentence?
It's a 12 months contractual project, and the client is Excel Energy.
So when you're saying this project is for a client manager, in the second line, why do you again have to say it's a 12 months contractual project? Did I not say project in the first sentence? A project manager will take care of a project. That's simple, that's understood. So what you could have said is that this is a client manager project designation or job role, which is a 12 months contractual job or 12 months contract. See, understand, it's recommended. Again, I'm not telling you. If you keep on stretching your sentences, okay, you might not be in a situation, because when you talk to the candidate, you talk a lot, you're in the flow. If I create a lengthy sentence, I might not be able to fill the sentence with appropriate choice of words. And that's why we recommend you keep your sentences short, because there will be less number of errors. If you make your sentence to be long, there is where you make more number of errors. Do not create a sentence that lengthy unless it is really required. I will not use project on every single line. The moment I said it's a project manager role for a 12 months contract at California.
Or begins with a 12 months contract to the role of project manager with Excel Energy or with Schneider.
With Snyder, but then you need to add a location as well. You need to add a location.
But sir, it should be
No,
a
sir,
third question.
Location,
Right,
location,
like we are saying that it's a 12 months contractual role.
either it
Project and role is the same.
Okay.
So instead of role, we can also say project. And instead of project, we can also say role.
Yes.
That the length of the sentence is same.
Okay.
Then what's the difference between both sentences?
If you are saying yourself the meaning of the project and the role is the same, why do we have to say it on every second sentence? Why
Well,
cannot someone have a
no,
concept?
if you are saying that project is not mandatory, you can say role. I'm saying that role is not mandatory, you can say project.
So you're not understanding me. Whatever you're saying is correct. You said this is a project manager role, okay, for a contractual job of 12 months project. I use project manager. I use
That is the title. That is the title.
exactly.
Title is project manager.
Okay.
And project is that contract.
Okay. So what is the role of a project manager? What does he do?
See?
What your .NET developer for 6 months contract.
Like change the job title. If I'm saying that this is a this position is for a .NET developer and it's a 12 months contractual project. Then just the title is different, but project is the same.
what is trying to say is it should not be used two words at a single time in the same sentence.
Which one?
Like as you are saying that you have this position for a project manager for a 12 months contract for a 12 months contract project.
You know, project is different thing and project manager is different thing.
If you are saying it's a contract,
Hmm?
he understood that he will be involved
Okay,
in
Sudhir,
the work.
Sudhir.
It's a
Okay,
contract.
that doesn't mean that you are mentioning project and
Okay, if I say 12 months contract, Sudhir,
I will hear your quote and then we'll
Sudhir, we will not talk about each other's work. Okay? Let's not take it into a different direction. If I say it's a 12 months contract, or if I say it's a 12 months contractual job, I'm using an extra word by saying contractual job. Okay? It's not a mandate that I will use the correct form of words. Again, I'm saying, do you understand the meaning of recommendation?
It's not a recruitment that we have to use a fixed sentence.
That's what I asked you. Do you know the meaning of a recommendation? What is a recommendation?
Yeah.
Sudhir, please answer my question. What is a recommendation?
We can try that.
A suggestion. Now it's totally up to you whether you want to try it or not. We are trying to give you the best way so that your calls are not slowed down. If you still want to carry on with your own sentences, you're most welcome to do that. If you're marked on certain things, then it's not the auditor's liability. If I'm saying Sudhir is a recruiter,
Dimension.
Sudhir, I'm not done yet.
One.
I'm not done yet. I will give you a chance to talk. If I'm saying Sudhir is a recruiter, who deals in recruitment. Does it make sense? Sudhir is a recruiter who deals in recruitment. Sudhir, this job role is for a recruiter and it's a 12 months contractual recruiter project or recruitment project.
Sir, there I'm not saying that this is a 12 months project manager project. I'm not saying that.
Okay, fine. You want to use it that way? You use it. If you think it's right, you use it. But if you find it wrong, you will mark it. Okay? Talking about the sixth point. I mean, can you please read?
Take a pass at the background test.
Okay, so coming back to this point, if you see it says can you pass a drug and background test, okay, you can ask the same question in your own way. The idea is that you do not forget these 7 questions. Now understand, if I say are you comfortable for a drug test or with a drug test or undergo a drug test,
Or
okay,
we can ask that if you select for the job, how
Okay,
soon
we
we
can
can join? If we say like within a 2 or 3 weeks, after the selection process, we will do a test of background verification.
okay guys, coming back to this drug test and the background verification should be set on the first call. We are not saying on the first call every time. Okay, do not do this. Because there have been multiple false start cases because of this situation. The candidate came back to us and they said that why do you have to talk about a drug test or a background verification test? It was not told to me in the past. What would you do? Even if you tell the client or the hiring manager that the person is not ready for a drug test, the client manager will ask you why is he not ready? He will say, I just informed him. Or maybe he will call him. And he will say that initially it was not mentioned. It will still come on your head. If you go back to the last training, process call flow, the handout, the booklet that I gave you, there are 15 questions that I asked you to say on the call. Okay? These questions are still not being asked on those calls. This question is supposed to be asked and not sent on an email base. If we are expecting you to discuss something on a call, it is supposed to be discussed. Unless we get to hear it on the call that you did not have a chance or an opportunity to talk to the candidate to ask about everything that you were supposed to ask. Am I making sense? If I found or any evaluator found that okay, Anil spoke to a candidate John and John hardly had time. He did not give Anil a chance or a situation or an opportunity so that he can ask all the questions. That is the reason he is sending those questions on an email. But then you will have to feed a link that John, as you are not able to answer all the questions over the call, I'm sending you a few set of questions which you need to share and information about it. So Anil, through the call, I will let you know that he tried. And that's the reason I will not mark him down because he tried, but he did not get an opportunity. And that's the reason he's sending it on an email. But what the recruiters are doing is, these are set of questions that we need to ask. We will not ask on the call. Because what if I ask about the drug and background test, what if they decline to submit their profile to us? Guys, understand the fire, the later fire. Now, if you ask these questions, if they do not agree, you can have a peaceful future. If you do not ask these questions and you get him submitted, tomorrow if he backs out, that is a major mishappening, that is a major fault. Please do not do that, guys. The auditors, the trainers, they are not someone who is just imposing things on you. If we are working on these, is because we are making things easier for you, easy for you to remember, easy for you to follow a guideline, so that you do not miss on any questions. Anil, you did not take a feedback from me. Harshad, you have taken a feedback from me? Is that true? Shivam, you have? If you go and check your evaluation metrics, I sent you 3 PPTs, 2 PPTs, one process call flow, one evaluation metrics on which your call will be monitored. If you go and check, there is a point called relevant question asked. Right? There are a lot of people who have been marked on that because you're not asking all the relevant questions. It's not because you're doing it intentionally, it's because you forget, because you have so many things to ask. That's why we are making it a streamline. First call, these number of questions, easy for you to remember, you will not miss on it. Second call, these number of questions, easy for you to remember, you will not forget on it. You just need to follow this for 2 or 3 weeks. It will be on your fingertips. Do you agree or not? If I have a standard guideline, I know that you will follow that, and no auditor will mark you down unnecessarily. It will be simple. If this is supposed to be said on the first call, if you're not saying it, you will say, we had 7 questions, you did not ask all 7, you asked me 6. That will be on the first call. You will go back and you will check what is the 7th call that I did not answer on my first call. You will check it yourself, you will see, oh, I did not ask about the drug test. From the next call, you will always remember that. Okay, that's what the basic idea is. Okay, talking about the availability and the interview and start date, we should not ask about the joining date or the start date first, guys. It does not make sense. The first question should be that how soon can you be available for the interview? Interview will happen, shortlisting will happen, selection will happen, then we can talk about the joining date. I will not ask when can you join, and after that I am asking how soon can you be available for the interview. Do you think it will make sense? No, but still we are doing that. So the first thing that you need to ask is the availability for an interview. How you can ask is how soon can you be available for an interview, and if selected, when can you join?
We will ask the same question.
Not everyone is asking. See, again, I'm saying the same thing. You listen to your call, we listen to all the calls, okay? And there are a few common errors that's being made by most of the recruiters. So we are trying to streamline it so that you guys know it in front of your eyes. There are only 7 things that I need to ask. Within those 7 things, these are the things that I need to ask. Or these are the things that I need to discuss. Okay? So that's the reason this training is being conducted. So that you guys do not miss on anything. We are not, if you are in that mind frame, guys, I'm telling you clearly. We are not trying to pin you down. We are not trying to score you down. We want you guys to score more. We want you guys to make life easy for yourself. It's like you go and join an organization. You are given a schedule for an entire week. Right? You are well aware of. First day, these are the things that will be conducted for me. Second day, these are the things that will be conducted for me. So that even if you forget, you can flip the pages. This is my first contact. Oh, these are the things that I need to go. My second contact, these are the things that I need to go. So we are working on the second contact as well. We are listening to calls, we are trying to create certain set of questions that you need to ask on the second call, so that you do not forget. We understand when you have a lot of things to ask, we do understand that okay, at times as a human, we can forget to ask certain questions. If we are giving you a guideline, if you give me a suggestion or a recommendation, it's because we do not want you to make those errors. You invest 7 minutes, 10 minutes on those calls. But if you're not actually following the recommendation or the guidelines and you're being scored down, in the end, whose loss it is? Yours or ours? Right? See, in the end, you will do what you're supposed to do on the calls. But then later on, you cannot come back to the management and say that I was not told about it. The moment you are done with this training, you are expected to follow these 7 questions. You can add on to it, but you cannot take off any question from this. Okay? So today you are being conducted for a training, you are being asked to come for a training. Tomorrow onwards, the moment I send the productivity report, tomorrow onwards, the auditors will know, okay, these people have gone through this training, so they will analyze or evaluate calls accordingly. Okay? Please go back and think when you are in the pool of your money that this is an imposement, or actually it will help you guys to remember things more efficiently. Okay? It's not that we say we evaluate your calls, we monitor your scoring number. We're also trying to get you those things which will make life easy for you guys. Okay? Are you all following the what's me? Right? Please do not miss on it, okay? Do you have any questions, guys?
What is the extra thing in that sheet apart from that call flow?
Which one? Which one?
We had that call flow process, right? That is the same thing we are discussing today.
So, no. Shubham, when you go back, there are 50.
That is also called flow.
I'm telling you, let me complete. In that process called flow, there were three situations. First, when you call the candidate, okay, for submitting. Second is for interview availability.
What submitting that? This is the process. What initiate?
I'm coming to that. If you go and check the process code flow, there are three situations. First situation is when you're talking to the candidate for the first time and you want to get the RTR in
The same thing we are discussing, right?
Yes. Second, the first thing had 5 questions. Okay. Second was talking about at the time of interview. It again had 5 questions. Third was offer acceptance, again 5 questions. But then, even though we have given it to you, right, there are few people who are not talking about background test and verification on the first call when they're supposed to. So now, we are clearly indicating you that this is the first contact that you need to get as
These are things we have already discussed so many times.
Yes,
Yeah.
but now I'm telling you again, I told the same thing in July, I'm telling you again. Starting October, whatever training has been conducted for you guys, people and auditors will be strictly evaluating your calls because we are now aware that you're calls from training. Okay? Fair enough? Any questions, guys?
I guess these things, like we need to ask.
Can you pass me back to so that you can get it? Yes, please ask.
But this is not supposed to be in the order, right?
The first 2 questions needs to be in the order.
Obviously, introduction is the first one, right? But
So,
I am asking
sure,
about
the way you said, obviously, there are people who are saying, I am calling from Select International, and later on, after 2 or 3 minutes, when the candidate asks their name, then they are telling their name.
that is
So, everyone is not that smart and obvious out there, so that's why.
because the fixed point.
Like the
Job title should be the third point.
Job title. That should be the first point.
That's a third point.
Okay, so if I talk about the introduction, that should be the first point. If I talk about the second point, that should be first and second should be sequence.
There should not be the third point.
Yeah,
In
no.
fact, the third point
Rest,
is
if you talk about the other 5 points, you can actually change the sequence.
That's
However, these 7 questions should be asked on the first one plus any other question that you
Like
like.
how
Is there one more
you can available for the interview, how long you can accept the job,
Yes.
and then we can ask you if you select for the job, we will do a drug test background verification. So is there any issue or not?
Exactly.
Also, one more thing, the candidates, when we ask the parents, they directly said first send me job description, then I will check what is the job description and I will give it.
So in that case, we
This
as
is the first
a
point and
okay, as a auditor, we cannot mark you down on that because you did your part. Again, you were not given an opportunity to talk more about it. So that it evaluate your balance.
at that point,
But then in that situation, coming to you, at that situation, at least try to convince him once to answer all these 7 questions. The effort, the try that you showed on the call will get us know that okay, actually you
Please
tried.
follow these questions on
And
first
so,
call.
is it necessary to introduce ourselves during the closing of the call?
You're not introducing, you're just reminding him your name
Our name and our contact number.
and extension numbers.
Is it necessary?
Yes.
Why?
Because we think it's necessary.
Is there a reason that we have to
We have, but you guys are feeling when I said that at times you do not mention a name and there is a confusion.
Reminding the candidate that candidates can remember easily.
Yes, so that if they are calling us, okay, there have been so many times when people get calls and when asked that whom we need to talk to, I spoke to someone from your office, I don't know his name.
We can say that I'm sending the email regarding the RTR.
That email is-
Guys, come on, let's think logically here, come on. I will tell this for the last time. When you talk to anyone else and you're talking officially, I'm not talking about office. Don't you say your name at the end of the call. You were talking to Ronald, thank you. It was nice talking to you. Come on, we do say that. That is basic etiquette over the call. If we do not do it, or if we have not been doing it, that does not mean it's not required. When you say basic, the basics need to be met. Like introduction, like closing the door, asking for additional assistance. There shouldn't be any question about these things because these are basic. Like simply in India, when we meet someone, we greet the person. We say hi, hello. If you're talking in Hindi, what do we say?
Okay, okay.
Namaste. Right? Now, do we need to tell you the way? I mean, why do we greet? Because greeting is basic. Okay, why do we need to greet them? It's a basic because it is a basic thing which we all need to follow. It's not a matter that should be a reason tag along with it. Similarly, if I am ending the call, I need to mention my name. At least my candidate knows whom he or she spoke to. They have the right to know. You have the facility to come back to your training manager and say that, okay, can I listen to that same call that has been recorded? Do they have that call recorded in their phones? If they want to recall your name, how do they recall? If they do not have the time to check your emails, if they are driving and they instantly would like to recall, or maybe they forgot to ask you your name, or they do not know your name because you did not mention your name at the end of the call and they need to call you back for an important situation. The call comes, they are not aware of your extension number as well. Jyoti picks the call. You know what? I got a call regarding a job opportunity, okay? But yes, so whom were you talking to? I don't remember the name. No, he does not remember the name. But then at the end, we did not mention the name at the end of the call, which could have been easy for him to remember. You might say that okay, it does not help, but it does.
If we call a candidate for time, so this time we have to speak same thing. What? If we call a candidate for times. So for this time we have to say our name as well as the extension, project number. This time.
Are we saying it on the first call? Are we saying it on the first call? Wait a minute. Are we saying it on the first call? Why am I not saying it on the first call itself? Do you want me to give you a logical explanation? The amount of time that we invested in asking this question, it will take lesser duration to simply state our name over the call. It was nice talking to you. That's fine. You were talking to Donald. Have a wonderful day. It did not even take complete 20 seconds. I'm not saying anything about you that you say something invalid.
No, and this time we have to say it was nice talking to you. I was talking to Ronald. My phone number is 952-546-3300 extension from
If you don't want to say it, we don't say it. No one is forcing you.
But you are doing the.
You are expected to say that. If you don't want to say it, it's fine with us.
No, but the
I on every call, like suppose if I'm calling you 4 times a day, so on every call do I need to mention my name and my extensions?
Number is not required, but name is definitely required. But then if we make it a liberal thing for you, then okay, fine, you cannot
But
say it.
candidate is calling us with our name, so I don't think like we need to mention our name. On every
In that
call.
case, do you
We
think
know
that-
our name.
In that case, do you think that you will not remember it?
No, obviously not.
Don't say it. I give you a reason that they might take you forget your name. And the
No,
reason why
I'm just asking for the basis of that as you mentioned. Speak your name, your phone number, and extension.
not speak Salem. Salem.
Say,
No, it's not the same.
Okay, say your name.
Yes,
I apologize. Say your name,
okay.
contact number, and extension.
If-
Mention there.
Okay, if they have called you in the past and the extension and phone number, they already know it. You don't have to mention that. If they call you by your name, they already know your name. Are we not listening or are we listening partially? When I said that there are situations where the candidate might not remember your name, I also give you an example. If they call us, if someone asks who you talking to, I forgot that name. This situation is,
This process complex. It will not help anywhere.
please send it to me on email that it will not help
Just
you.
email, send it.
Obviously, because how will I take it further?
After the discussion, we can say that I'm sending you an email right now with the name mail from select solution to restaurant.
Why not?
When I'm talking to you, will be here. So, तो email का भी याद रहेगा.
English.
नहीं, you can find out the email.
Guys, it's logical if I am
And sitting here, we can say anything. That we can do this thing, we can do this thing. But the logical is I know what is what is everyone doing there.
So
I know that thing.
frankly speaking, even you're sitting here and you're saying anything. So if you think it's invalid, it will not make sense, it will not work, fine, share your thoughts with us. What's harm in that? If you think you're valid, your point is that valid, it will not help.
That is valid.
Share with us.
If someone contact him for the same requirement, if already update the name, इसको पता रहेगा कि मेरी बात हुई तो
English, English. Dharmendra said that I will not take the other person's name. So Dharmendra called this gentleman first.
He replied first.
Hang on, he sent the RTI email first. One of our female recruiters called that gentleman again. And she kept on saying on that call that Dharmendra is my colleague, so you do not have to reply to him, please reply to me. I still have that call. And I have given strong feedback to the female recruiter as well. Just because that gentleman remembered Dharmendra's name, he clearly said on the call, some Dharmendra called me and he sent me an email, so I will not respond to your email, I will send it to him.
Most of the people reply.
It's because he remembered your name. If you want to take a challenge, lose your invested time, fine. You do not have any problem.
And this thing happened with me, like every past year, but this thing, I didn't update the candidate, like, I updated him like there would be a test, but he was not, he didn't remember that there would be a drug test that would be conducted after the confirmation. So he simply said, what kind of drug test it would be, because I'm on the prescription. So, is it a blood test, which are they going to conduct a blood test, or they would be going with that urine sample? So then I confirmed with the thing, because there are a couple of times, they know that drug test would be there, but they are not aware about what kind of drug test, what kind of samples would be taken.
Coming on to that. In India, we say chemist for the medicine store. Right then, in US, they call it to be a drug store. Okay? And drugs are two kinds. One drug is for your medication, okay, to improve your health. The other drug is to inhale and to put in a different state of mind. So when you talk about the drug test, a few examples like cocaine, brown sugar, okay, marijuana. So you are not expected to take these things because there is a high possibility that you will consume it and you will come to work, which is strictly prohibited. Okay? Now there is a possibility, for example, Anil said that he mentioned on the call and the candidate did not remember. Even if he says that you never told me that there will be a drug test that will be conducted, Anil can always say that I said it. And the moment we pull out the call recording, the moment we get to hear he said it, can we blame him for anything? No. The blame of that false start will not come on his name. And if required, why do you think these banks and MNCs they have a recorded call? Just to ignore these kind of situations. A bank receives thousands of calls in a day, right? And they record every call. They invest huge amount of money recording those 1,000 calls. But out of those 1,000 calls, how many calls has been raised by the customer as a consumer forum or maybe a discrepancy? Maybe one or two. So it's a safety measure. If tomorrow things happen in a mishappening way, we can take care of it because believe me, it doesn't happen in India. If there is a miscommunication conveyed to any person in America, be it an Indian or a US citizen, it takes it to the court of law because our company is registered in US. Just because of that one minor mistake, thinking that it happens is okay, the company will have to pay a huge penalty. And the company will not like it. So that's why we take safety measures. Right? Why do we lock our door and gate when we sleep? Does every time a dacoit come or a robber comes to our house? No. But the question is, what if they come? If they found the door open, they can steal things, they can kill us. Logic is a safety measure because we do not want to get into the situations. So it's totally up to you guys whether you want to follow it or not. If you remember, I said that once a training is given to you, once it has been stated to you, first it will be a feedback, second if you make the mistakes again, it will be an escalation. Okay? Third, HR will decide, I don't know, find your will decide. So do not tell me later on that I was not aware of the consequences. You are aware of it. If you still do not want to follow, it's okay up to you. We are not forcing you to follow. It's a rule. If we are working in an organization, we will need to follow the certain guidelines. And this is not a huge thing that you cannot follow.
So marking down the numbers are only applicable for recruiters, or they are also applicable for the management teams? Like there are some managers like the manager and the team lead, they are making such calls.
So right now we are evaluating calls for recruiters and ATLs. Suppose that it will for other people as well. Okay. So right now, sorry, I will add on to it. Right now it's for recruiters and ATLs and the onboarding team as well. Okay. So sooner or later we will have more people for evaluation. The only point is, if I am right, no one will prove me wrong, and if I am wrong, you will be wrong. As simple as that. Okay, guys? Because we are giving enough support, we are giving enough guidelines, we are giving enough training, and even after that, there is no way where the management will take anything from you by saying that, okay, you cannot come up to the management and say, okay, I was not aware. You were aware of it, but you chose not to follow it. Simple as that. Okay. I have conducted the process for training, which we discussed more than these 7 points. Is it or not? Right? But when the new client manager told me to conduct a training on this, can I tell her that, okay, I've already done that. Why do you want me to do anything? Does it make sense? Yes, come on, no. If she had thought about it, that would be reasonable, right? And I'm supposed to follow that rule. English, that kind of. Okay, if you don't have any questions, guys, thank you so much for coming. Please park your chairs and wait at your workstation. If you have any questions, I'm available at 5005.
Thank you.
Welcome. I mean, it's not for a big tomorrow. The day we left early, if you look at this happening, so that feedback is coming. So, come on.